In many communities across Nigeria, hope is not an abstract idea. It is planted in the soil, it is nurtured by hard work, and it grows through opportunities. This is a story of resilience. This is a story of partnership. This is a story of the Building Sustainable Livelihoods for Vibrant Communities project. The Building Sustainable Livelihoods for Vibrant Communities project, known as BSLIC, is an agricultural and livelihood intervention funded by the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation to build capacity and empower men, women, and youth in climate-smart agricultural production as well as vocational skills acquisition.
The BSLIC project came as a welcome development, especially given our thematic areas of agriculture and livelihood. So it was a great opportunity when we had this privilege of starting a project called the BSLIC project. And especially also, it was an opener for us, leading us to the Southwest, where we have hardly had any meaningful intervention. So the BSLIC interview project leading us into the Southwest also add credibility to the organization and also make the church to make some impact or brought the church into limelight within that geographical region.
At its heart, the BSLIC project was driven by one clear purpose: to confront the daily realities of poverty, hunger, and uncertain livelihoods in vulnerable communities. Implemented by Caritas Nigeria in partnership with the Sisters of St. Michael the Archangel, the Sisters of St. Louis, the Sisters of the Eucharistic Heart of Jesus, and the Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul. The project translated compassion into concrete action, restoring dignity and strengthening pathways to sustainable livelihoods for those most at risk.
This project is being funded by Conrad Hilton Foundation, and we are currently in the second phase, year 4 of the project. The project is basically an agricultural and livelihoods project that is aimed towards lifting up those vulnerable people from poverty to becoming self-employed and to also be able to generate enough income to make their communities become vibrant so that everybody in the community can also enjoy the fullness of life.
Across communities, hope is taking roots and lives are being transformed. Through the BSLIC project, vulnerable households are gaining the tools, the skills, and the opportunities to build stronger and more sustainable livelihoods. From agriculture to vocational skills, from clean energy solution to savings and loan groups, families are finding new pathways to dignity, resilience, and self-reliance. But beyond the numbers is the impact of this intervention in the lives of the people.
The BSLIC project has contributed immensely with the funds given to targeted households. In the phase 1, we were able to meet a total of 95,135 individuals, and out of this, 71,205 were females. In reality, we were able to give out to reach women 74% of the project participants in our phase 1 of the project. In the phase 2, the first year of the phase 2, 73% of the participants have been females. So that way we have been able to build the capacity of women both in climate smart agricultural production, and also in homestead gardenings, where we train them on how to farm around their households, how to use hydroponics, how to farm in bags, even for those that don't have space around their homes, how to start up poultry or start up a piggery or even a goatry. That way they're able to have life assets to help their families. We also train them on how to make feeds for these animals. We also train them on how to make organic fertilizers, organic pesticides, and even organic herbicides. That way they are able to actually produce things that do not harm the body or leave residual herbicides or residual pesticides in the body, which could go on to cause other diseases such as cancer, amongst others.
The major achievements that the Basilic Codelet has recorded over a few years that we commenced a presentation piece of the project in these communities is one, in the area of agriculture and livelihood. We have moved from basic training to faster application, with farmers adopted improved practices that increased productivity and income. Then through the LED saline stove and briquette production that we have introduced in the community shifted to cleaner cooking option. That is reduced use of firewood and protecting the environment, and then created new income opportunities for youth and women in these communities. And in the area of vocational skills, the project has equipped youth and women with practical market relevant skills that support self-reliance and employment. We have equally introduced Silk. It is a strategy for sustaining all the outcomes that we have achieved as far as the project is concerned.
Rooted in commitment and collaboration, this league is shaped by compassion, professionalism, and faith.
In partnership with Caritas Nigeria, the Sisters of St. Louis have been able to focus on this special area: climate-smart agriculture, crop production, livestock production/management, vocational skills training and startup equipment, savings and internal lending communities, eco-friendly production, and briquette production.
Our congregation has supported the agriculture and livelihood projects in rural communities in Lagos. Demonstration plots were used to provide practical learning opportunities for farmers. Regular monitoring and accompaniment were carried out to guide beneficiaries.
Our proudest achievement as Sisters of St. Louis is growth and consistency. But beyond this expansion, I'm most proud of seeing 6,889 households moving from food insecurity to having surplus to sell. Gender inclusion recording 4,642 females. That shift from survival to stability is our greatest win.
Beyond these projects, this program has strengthened our capacity in the sense that it helps us to collaborate among the sisters congregation. We are 4 congregations working on this Basilic project. It also helps us to be united among ourselves. We have one voice, we have meetings together, we discuss on the input, the challenges, and how to overcome them. So it has really brought us together to work as a group.
The achievement that we, the Sisters of the Eucharistic Heart of Jesus, are most proud of is improvement of the livelihood of our beneficiaries through agriculture. Many beneficiaries who received seeds and training have successfully cultivated crops such as maize, okra, and the rest, leading to increased availability for their families, and in some cases, additional income from sale of produce. And some of them have been able to take care of their out-of-school children.
Yeah, the achievements that I would say that the congregation of the Sisters of St. Michael the Archangel is really proud of since the project began. I'll start by saying the empowerment of the young people and the vulnerable, because the project has really reached so many vulnerable, and irrespective of age, status, gender, religion, we have really touched the lives of the people.
Another achievement that has really enhanced us as Daughters of Charity is that it has helped us to know how to really serve the poor better as Daughters of Charity. It has helped us to also learn as individuals. Myself has learned a lot from Caritas Nigeria and Coronation Foundation.
We are able to reach out to these persons in need of empowerment by serving them through the resources that we get from this project. By so doing, they themselves are able to support their respective families. And this also enables us as Daughters of Charity to improve our charism, that is service to persons living in poverty.
For these congregations, BISLIC is more than a project. It is a continuation of their calling to serve humanity.
This project is a participatory project, so we try to empower the sister congregation, that's women and female religious congregations, to be able to actually go out and achieve their mission and their vocation, which is actually participating with the communities, the local communities, and trying to reach out to the poorest of the poor through empowering them to become more sustainable, especially in agricultural practices.
Agriculture remains the backbone of many rural communities. Through the BISLIC project, farmers were not only supported with inputs, but also trained on climate-smart agricultural practices that protect the environment while increasing productivity and resilience to climate change. More so, through the BISLIC project, producer groups were formed across all communities of intervention in both Lagos and Ekiti states to increase crop production as well as food security.
Kọ́mi ní Ajayi Francis Ọládélé. Mo ń gbé ní Ìndó Ọ̀gbẹ̀sẹ̀ ní Ìsìnrò Local Government ní Ekiti State. Mo jẹ́ ìkan nínú àwọn tó jẹ́ pé ó jẹ àǹfààní ìrànlọ́wọ́ láti ọ̀dọ̀ Caritas Nigeria. So nígbà tí wọ́n wá sọ́dọ̀ wa, àkọ́kọ́ wọ́n fún wa ní ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Lẹ́yìn ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́, wọ́n tún fún wa ní àwọn kan tí a ní láti lò gẹ́gẹ́ bí data fi lè máa ṣiṣẹ́. Píkópíkó tó ń fún mi lélẹ́yìí, kódà mo ṣèdí lò lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Àgbàdo lélẹ́yìí, àgbàdo tí wọ́n fún wa lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a gbìn. So àti ta ilé ta ní ń tà. So a sì rí jẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àwa gan lérò pé a lè lọ sí inú ọjà ká kan ra nǹkan tó bá ti wù wá ká lọ gbé. So a rí pé tá a bá ti gbìn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn púpọ̀ nínú ẹ̀ gan ni ò kì í yè. Wọ́n fún wa ní ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lórí bí a ṣe lè lo àwọn nǹkan tó wà ní àyíká wa, pàápàá jùlọ láì ná wa lówó kankan, láti ṣe àwọn ajílẹ̀, láti ṣe àwọn oògùn apakòkòrò tó yẹ pé kò ní mú ìpalára bá wa tàbí àwọn èèyàn kan tó yẹ pé oúnjẹ tí à ń ṣe jáde. So ìwọ̀nyẹn ni àwọn àǹfààní tí ẹ rí pé a rí lára àwọn ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí wọ́n fún wa. Ó ràn wá lọ́wọ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. So ó mú kí iṣẹ́ wa kó rọrùn ju ti àtẹ̀yìnwá lọ. So la ṣe ń dúpẹ́ pé ẹ ṣé Caritas Nigeria.
Livestock farming is a vital livelihood strategy under the BISLIC project. Through a series of livestock trainings and the distribution of chicks, goats, and pigs, beneficiaries can now generate income, improve nutrition, and build household assets.
I was one of the beneficiaries of the Noila from Caritas. He gave me 10 Noila. The 10 Noila I was given that last year, I sold them after maturity. So after selling, the little money I had from those that one, I now added it to buy these layers. These layers now that I'm having egg in them. I'm having egg and seeing they are laying. I have eggs and I'm eating, and at the same time I sell, I make this little money. And with this, I stop the bus stop business that I'm doing every day, going out to the shop. I concentrated on it. It was because of that Noila, 10 Noila that brought this one. Very happy to be part of Caritas beneficiary. God bless you all in Jesus' name.
A major pillar of the BISLIC project is the formation of savings and internal lending communities groups, known as Silk groups. These groups have become safe spaces where members save regularly and access loans that enables them invest in small businesses that improve their livelihoods.
On the BISLIC project, we've successfully established 166 groups across all the states in southwest Nigeria. For Lagos, we have 96 groups, and Ekiti, we have 76 groups established in total. One other change that has been recorded during the implementation of savings and internal lending communities on the BizLink project is an increase in households' income diversification, with members taking loans to launch their new businesses or improve their existing business. This has supports a lot of growth in the community through access to credit.
My name is Kobe Kitchen. I stay in Itoga Community, Badagry Local Government. I'm a member of Ifelodo C Group that Caritas Nigeria introduced in my community. Since I joined the group, I've been able to borrow 100,000 naira to start a livestock farming. I bought fowl, duck, and goats, and my goats have been multiplying. I've been able to use money myself without disturbing my parents. So since I borrowed the money, I've been able to get things myself without stressing my parents. I'm in 400 level, so I get handouts myself, and I've been able to buy my basic needs.
Another great change that is recorded by the savings and internal lending communities is great community solidarity and social capital or social cohesion. We've seen situations where a group member, whenever he or she is going through some kind of shocks, they come around with support in terms of monetary value in order to cushion the effect of such pain that this person is going through.
Energy and health are closely linked. In phase 1 of the BizLink project, energy saving stoves were distributed, especially to elderly beneficiaries who could no longer engage in farm work, reducing exposure to harmful smoke and open flames. Building on this success, phase 2 of the BizLink project introduced the production of eco-friendly stoves and briquettes. This innovation not only protects health and the environment, but also creates new livelihood opportunities. Sustainability is the true measure of success. As the BizLink project transitions into new phases, the foundation has been laid for communities to thrive long after the project cycle.
My hope for the BizLink project and its beneficiaries is that besides just the economic support that it's giving them, they too should also reach out to others. In other words, if you train one person, that one person should reach out to support 2 other 3 people so that we can see a more wide impact. And this impact may not be gauged now in any implementation of a project, but the impact hopefully later on that yes, we have trained, we have been able to reach out to 10 people, and these 10 people can reach out to 10 each of them, and that will give an impact of about 100.
The impact of the BizLink project would not be possible without the generosity and vision of our donor. Caritas Nigeria sincerely acknowledges and appreciates the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation for its unwavering support in empowering vulnerable communities, strengthening livelihoods, and restoring hope.
My profound word of appreciation goes to our founder, Conrad Hilton Foundation, for believing in Caritas Nigeria, who through Caritas Nigeria will build the capacity of the 4 sister congregation, whom they have been doing a lot of work in our targeted communities, especially the vulnerable person. We want to thank them because for the past 3 years now, the standard of living of the most vulnerable in our targeted community have drastically improved.
I wish to appreciate as an EAJ sister Conrad Hilton Foundation for this great privilege to serve our people and to bring them from their vulnerability to something that is the livelihood that is more sustaining for them. We as sisters of the Eucharistic Heart of Jesus, we are the beneficiary in so many ways. We are able to reach out to our people other beyond praying for them. I've also, as a person, benefited from SMS program that I wrote about the altar bread, and now we're able to reach as many as possible can receive communion in various churches, family churches in Lagos in particular. And we are indeed very grateful. You have brought smile to our people. You have been able to give them something that is more sustainable for them in terms of agriculture. They're able to feed their family.
We've gained knowledge. We've really worked with Caritas staff, and through them we've known how to manage projects like this, and we know how to work with people, personnel management. That we have also gained. And the training has also helped us to build the capacity by helping us in our own self-development. We are very grateful for this.
And also thanking Cora Hinton Foundation for deeming it fit to come and help Africans, especially Nigerians, and based in Ikorodu, in Lagos State, and people are really benefited from it.
A very big thank you to Cora Hinton Foundation, who has helped us in reaching out to the most vulnerables in the society. And apart from this too, they have also helped our congregation in the area of capacity building, which we are able to send some of our sisters outside and within Nigeria to study in different capacities. Through the ICS, we have been able to get machines for rice mill in Gwagwalada, Nigeria. Long live Cora Hinton Foundation. Hearty gbosas for you. Long live Caritas Nigeria. Long live Sisters of St. Louis.
When communities are empowered, hope takes roots. When partnerships are strengthened, resilience grows. And when compassion meets action, lives are transformed.
From the soil on our land, life is growing. Hands once weary, now our strength is sowing. Caritas Nigeria guiding with love that inspires. It's like project building, hope lifting dreams higher. Together we rise, together we stand, stronger with love hand in hand. With Caritas Nigeria leading in peaceless light, the future is bright, the journey is right. Voices united, breaking every chain, turning the struggle into joyful gain. With every harvest, with every smile, the project empowers.